Hey, welcome back. Thank you for being here today. I hope you guys had a wonderful, amazing Mother's Day. I had a good time. I had a nice day at the beach. I got a little bit of a tan. I was hoping to get a little bit more, but it's okay. I'm going to keep going back again and hopefully maybe get another tan or something. Today, what we're going to talk about is being a woman, having to show our men that we sometimes need them to do things for us and be there for us. And in return, we ask the same from them. I'm a millennial, so I'm considered a millennial, which sometimes I feel like I'm a Gen Xer. What do you call it? I don't know what you call those. There's Gen X, then millennial, and then there's the one right in the middle where sometimes you feel like you're actually a Gen X and not a millennial. But I feel like a lot of the generation after millennials, and even millennials, and we don't really listen to the radio anymore. I'm part Mexican, part Colombian. So I used to listen to a mix of different stuff, and I listened to music from the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. But I feel like in the times after the 80s, 90s, 2000s, and from now, I feel like a lot of the music has changed. I feel like a lot of it, even me when I was growing up as a teenager, and I used to have to listen to that music because that's what was on the radio, that's what everybody was listening to, which I didn't feel like I belonged at that time for some reason, which is why I consider myself a little bit of an older generation, an old soul, I feel. I mean, I used to listen to what my parents listened to, and I liked it. Not many kids like what their parents listen to. I'm one of those weird ones, different people, I guess. I don't know. Me personally, I used to like listening to oldies. I used to like listening to the 50s music, 60s and 80s, 70s. So I don't know, but I didn't really grow up like a lot of the teenagers my age back then. So, and I did listen to some of the music back then, but and that's why I'm here to, try to tell you guys that I feel like a little bit after the 90s, 2000s, there was a lot of music that changed, and a lot of it was very negative towards men. And it was saying, I'm a strong, independent woman. I can do it on my own. I don't need a man. And I used to listen to that sometimes, and I don't know, maybe that's the reason why I couldn't really compare my life to that music. I wasn't drawn to that type of music. I still listened to it because I had friends around and I had people that liked that music, so I had to hear it. But I pretty much stuck with the 50s and 60s, 70s, and some 80s music too. I love the 80s. That was the year I was born. But I pretty much just stuck with the old music. But I feel like a lot of the music has a lot of influence in with the way people think, and a lot of the music nowadays is very negative and very bad. But talking about this, I want to get to being feminine. Being a woman is really hard to find now. You don't find a lot of women that want to be women. You're finding a lot of women that are very masculine or very they want to be like the man. And I'm pretty sure, I don't know if any men can agree with me or not. I don't know if any men watch this or not, but I think that a lot of the women nowadays, and I don't know if some of you guys can agree with me or not, maybe not. If so, maybe I hope so. Comment below and let me know what you think. But I feel like a lot of the women nowadays are very masculine, and they're very independent and on their own, where they don't want a man, they don't need a man, and it's just making it really hard for these men to find women. I don't understand why it's hard for a woman to not feel like a woman. We need to talk more about it, being that it's okay to be a woman, to be feminine, to do girly things, and have a man help you out, have a man do things for you, have the man feel and know that he is wanted and needed at times. You don't want to be vulnerable, you don't want to be weak. There's nothing wrong with being independent and doing things on your own. I didn't say that that's a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. But there are times when you need to have the help of a man or someone to be there for you. You need to know how to ask for help. I struggled a lot when I was younger asking for help. Sometimes I even still struggle at times asking for help myself sometimes. And, I'm still trying. I'm still struggling with that. It's something that I think we all have. We all have a hard time asking for help. Sometimes I know the reason why I have a hard time asking for help is because I want to feel like I can do it on my own, which is fine. But sometimes you need to ask for help. Just ask for it. How do you think people do good in life? They don't just do it on their own sometimes. They get help. They have somebody help them out. There's someone that I love very dearly, and I don't know if she's going to be watching this. I know she's watched my other videos, and I love her dearly, and she's going to probably know who she is. But the reason why I'm talking about this too is because I'm seeing it around a lot, and I know there was someone dearly in my life that I love that went through this situation, and she had a hard time finding men. And one of the things I remember talking to her about, I don't know if she remembers, but is you have to have the man know that you need him sometimes. You can't always be there for him. You can't always help him out. You can't always be the big person. You know, not the big person. You can't always be the one doing things for him or higher than him. Men have an ego. Men like to feel like the woman needs them sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. That is something that they feel good helping out a woman. It makes them feel good, and in return, they will go back to you and do what you need, what you want as a woman. You know, she struggled a lot finding a man that was going to love her and, you know, treat her well. And later on in life, when she finally let him do things on his own and let him realize it on his own, that's when things worked out great for them. Another thing is being feminine. You don't have to go and spend money, go get your hair done. You don't have to go and get your nails done. You don't have to go and get your pedicure or anything like that. You know, I go maybe once a year. I don't go do that stuff. I do that all here at home. There's no difference. You can get your nails done. You can get your toes done at home. You don't have to spend the money if you don't have it. If you have it, well, go right ahead and do it. But if you don't, not everybody has that luxury to do it. So just do it at home. You can be feminine and not spend money. You can find ideas that you can do here at home if you want to go ahead and do your hair or do your makeup. There's different things that you can do to feel like a woman. You don't have to go and spend money to go do that. I mean, I remember when I was younger, I went through situations in my life where I used to think, you know, I got to do this on my own. I was a single mom for a while, so I did have to do things on my own. I did have to learn to be on my own for a while and not depend on anyone for a moment. But it was stressful. And if you do have the man with you there, and if you have someone there supporting you and that's going to love you and do it for you, the right person, then why not count on him? Why not have him take some of that burden away from you? You don't have to work 7 days a week. You don't have to do all of that. Let the man help you. You don't have to do all of it yourself. That's fine if you want to get your education. That's fine if you want to, you know, keep going to school, keep doing that. That's fine. I'm not saying that's not something good to do. Men do like to feel needed, like they're needed. If the man actually really loves you, he will make your life easier. You know, and if it's the right man in your life, then he will know what to do. He will know how to treat you. He will know what to do. A relationship should be equal. You both should have one role you play, and then your partner should have the other role that they take. Husband and wife. If I'm going to be honest, a lot of women nowadays, and I've noticed a lot of women are very controlling and very independent, and they don't want the support of a man, and they complain why they're alone all the time. Well, then you wonder why. I mean, doesn't it make sense? Why are you complaining so much? You already know what you're doing wrong. Maybe change it up and try something different. I think one of the reasons is because you're too controlling. You have to let go of controlling things. You have to stop controlling the man. You shouldn't be the higher person in the relationship. You shouldn't be the boss. Men don't like women that are bossy. Men don't like women that tell them what to do all the time. They don't like that. They want to be able to do their own thing, and you have to be there for him to support him. Men like women that are independent, yes, but not too independent. So I'm not a man, but from some of my experience, I know that men are pretty simple. Men don't ask for much. They just want to know when they come home tired from work They just want to know that they can come home and they're going to have a partner that's going to just listen to them and talk to them and be there for them and ask for help when needed. I mean, what woman does not like to be taken care of by a man? You tell me. Most women like to be taken care of and know that they can depend on a strong man. And what man does not like that? Come on. I know things have changed, but I'm pretty sure there are still several people that are like this in this world. And we need to bring that back because it's going away. There are so many issues and problems in this world with divorce, and I mean, I'm not saying all of it is because of that, but majority of it can be part of that. And I just think that a lot of the music needs to change too. A lot of the music that's on right now needs to change. It needs to be different. We need to go back to having different types of music because, more faith songs, more songs about love, more songs about relationships, but in a good way. And maybe, because songs do influence a lot. Songs are they teach you a lot of things. A lot of people take music as a strong thing, and I think a lot of us can learn from that. So we need more people to be singing better songs, better music out there. And I have seen some of it change. It hasn't all been the same as it was back then. Like I said, men are pretty simple. They don't ask for much. And they just want to feel like they're needed and they're wanted. And honestly, I think a lot of relationships fail because a lot of the times the woman wants to be the boss. The woman wants to take control of the relationship when it should be 50-50. I don't think the woman should be stronger than the man. I don't think the woman should tell the man what to do all the time. Whereas I don't think the man should be doing that either, which I'm saying it should be 50-50. Nothing wrong with being strong and independent, but you have to learn to even it out and not stress yourself out so much and just let your man help you. These are just my opinions. You don't have to agree with me. This is just what I've learned from experiences and what I've seen. And I know some of you guys will agree with me and I know some won't, but that's all right. That's what we're here for. I like to go on this to vent and to talk to you guys about stuff and just let you know how I'm feeling and let you know how, what I'm seeing around the world. And I'd like to know your opinion as well. I'd like to know what you think and how you feel about this. I really appreciate you being here today. I hope you have a wonderful morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you're at. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And if you're new here, please make sure to like and subscribe and watch my other videos. If you do like this, let me know. And if you've been here before, I appreciate you for sticking around. Thank you for staying here with me. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.